Welcome. We thank you for listening with us today. We ask that you please stow away and secure all important items. There are no emergency exits. So, just sit back, relax, fasten your earbuds, and enjoy.
Coming to you from sunny Orlando, Florida, this is Funny to Informing.
I just want people to know.
Army crawl? I don't think you need to army crawl.
Welcome. We thank you for listening with us today. We ask that you please stow away and secure all important items. There are no emergency exits. So, just sit back, relax, fasten your earbuds, and enjoy.
Coming to you from sunny Orlando, Florida, this is Funny to Informing.
Welcome. We thank you for listening with us today. We ask that you please stow away and secure all important items. There are no emergency exits. So, just sit back, relax, fasten your earbuds, and enjoy.
Coming to you from sunny Orlando, Florida, this is Funny to Informing.
And then, so I guess right after we being sick, John, we'll get to I'll do the buzzword.
The what? Yeah. Whatever you see fit in the beginning.
Welcome. We thank you for listening with us today. We ask that you please stow away and secure all important items. There are no emergency exits. So, just sit back, relax, fasten your earbuds, and enjoy.
Coming to you from sunny Orlando, Florida, this is Funny to Informing.
Hey, we're coming at you live for FTI Live, number 9. Podcast, I guess on the podcast feed will be episode number 110.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're coming at you guys with all the power of a Northern California PG&E customer and all the life of Rip Taylor.
Whoa.
Funny to Informing. I'm Chris Pizza Peisenberg Coleman. This is John Sick Boy Hannon.
Hey. Oh yeah. Sick
And
boy.
I feel like we'll address that right up top.
I'm nursing a hangover right now.
Is that what it is?
It was my birthday, so I went all
Happy birthday,
out.
Hanny.
Yeah. Whatever.
I made a little post for you.
Whatever. Nobody knew. I felt like it was my birthday until
I
you
totally
started
forgot.
blowing it up.
I totally forgot. Just like you forgot, I think mine.
Yeah,
you
'cause people-
made like you forgot mine. I don't know
People
if you
were
really
like,
did
"It's
or
your
not.
birthday." I was like, "No." And then
Thanks to my post. Well, and Facebook tells you like on my morning shit that day. I was reminded that it was also John Hannon's birthday.
Yeah. Well, and then I
I am everyone else's every day. If I tell you happy birthday and it's like 8 a.m, guys, I'm shitting. I think we've been over this.
Needless to say, I was drinking most of the day yesterday.
Yesterday?
So, yeah, and I went to Halloween Horror Nights at night, so I stayed
my
out
God.
until 3 a.m.
Does your boss
something.
listen to this?
I don't know.
Probably not.
No. I was.
It's a shit show.
I
Why
was-
would he?
I was drinking with my boss.
Oh, okay.
So,
So did he give you a bunch of shit when you called out today?
No.
I think he just knew. He probably, you guys probably
well,
parted
all right.
ways, and he told himself, "It's fucked. It's over tomorrow."
I think the reason why the alcohol didn't settle so well is because I was outside in the rain for a while, and I felt like I was getting just like regular sick. My throat was kind of sore, and I took some medicine to try to make myself feel better about that. But
No luck.
When I was drinking with I wasn't really feeling the sickness as much, and being
Sorry. Every time you say sickness, I'm going to do that.
being sick and then drinking alcohol and then drinking more than I usually do for my birthday is not good. Not
All right.
good.
So, would you say at this moment, are you up or down with the sickness?
Definitely.
So you have to say that. Do that
for now.
Are you okay? Cool. I was kidding, but he did it. No, I was kidding. Don't vomit. Don't. Let's not do it.
Yeah, yeah.
We're fresh out of brown bags.
Yeah, so we usually do these shows Thursdays at 7, twitch.tv /Amplified Network or youtube.com/Amplified Network. And
Facebook.
If you catch it, this show live or in the video version, if you see me get up and leave and run to the bathroom,
Yeah, if he runs to our left,
I'm definitely puking.
that's what's going on. And fuck it, we're live. Oh, we already have a comment on the thread.
What
we
do we got?
have a comment. What do you got, comment reader?
Hi, I'm comment reader. I Lil Rob from Twitch says, "LOL. I'm pretty sure my boss is giving me shit because I called out sick today."
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
well, happy birthday, Rob.
Exactly.
We would say yilly yilly, but I'm sober October, and John is cramming water.
Water and
I told
Red
him he
Bull.
should butt chug water. It'll really help him out.
And then once I run out
Isn't
of
that called
one of
enema?
those,
When you butt chug water, that's an enema, right? I'm pretty sure.
The fucking
All right,
gross is
sorry,
what
I
it's
just
called.
figured that out.
It's called
It's like a
gross.
shower thought.
Yeah.
Which also you should do in the shower because it's gross and you'll shit everywhere.
And keep it to yourself.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the whole
sorry.
point of shower thoughts.
Sorry.
And then I have some apple juice if I run out of stuff.
Sponsored by apples.
Oh man, I just couldn't drink beer. I couldn't come around to the idea. I haven't even really eaten anything today because of how shitty I've been feeling.
Yeah,
so.
well, you crammed a taquito down your throat like it was a cock going out of style in the car on the way over here, bro. That's probably why your throat hurts.
After the first few bites, it was starting.
It was
to
actually
get
terrible.
better.
I ate one too. It
was awful,
gross.
but
Okay, let's be honest. I ate two. They were both terrible, but they were there and available, and I was hungry.
At the gas
so-
station, I felt kind of weird because we both were ordering separately, but you were behind me, so I didn't know whether to wait for you after I had gotten my shit rung up. So
Oh, really?
yes.
Shut, ring up.
Shit rung up. Oh, I'm loopy, bro.
I'll ring
right
your
now, I'm
shit up,
telling you. And then I kind of like stood there for a second and was like, no, I better go to the car and I'll go out there because I didn't want to be like weird waiting inside the store for you to finish your transaction.
Yeah, understandable.
So- and
That's
then
fine.
I
I'm a big boy.
slowly-
I cashed out all by
Yeah.
myself after I questioned her about the extremely high total for 2 fucking drinks and 3 taquitos, but that's fine. We decided we'll go to Wawa next time.
I was glad I didn't see
Wawa.
that. Well, and
Water is always extra minerally.
I felt weird outside because I don't have a door handle, and I was waiting for you to let me in.
Man,
So
you're
I was
getting
in the
real as
parking
fuck
lot,
right now.
just
Standing
there.
by your car like, hurry up
Fuck.
so you can let me in my car. How'd you get in your car? Through your back door?
Yeah, yeah.
I knew it. John does everything through
I
his
did
back
like
door.
the reach around.
Of
and then
course you did. Well, at least you were
My head
you
was
were
like-
thoughtful enough to do that.
My
You're a
head was
sweet guy.
pressed up against the door frame.
Your
of it.
suitors love you for it.
And if people are like, I don't care who sees me. I've done that 1,000 times, and I'll do it 1,000 more.
Of course you will. I'm
need
not
to-
always there to get in and open your door for you like your girlfriend. Reach across and open your door.
I need to get it fixed for sure, but I don't know. It's just not like a necessity. Because I feel like I can get along without like needing a door handle. So
Yeah,
I
fuck
just
it.
don't do
What is
anything
life?
to fix it.
That's fine. Well, you take your
Fuck
drink. You take your drink and look away because I see you dying to. You need an IV drip is what you need. But while you take your drink and look away, I'm going to give everybody the buzzed word for this week.
Oh, okay.
So we can
All
get
right,
it out of
all
the way and everybody can play along with Funny to Imbibing. As you hear this word said by anyone today, interview. Feel free to take a drink at home, take a hit, whatever you're doing, and play along with us. Funny to Imbibing. Nope, don't even finish the Jeopardy
Did
song.
you
I'm going to cut it short like Alex
Okay.
Trebek's life, unfortunately.
You got the word out there?
Sad. Yeah, I did. We got it out.
Good deal.
We
good
got it
deal.
out.
I
We
hope.
probably should maybe say hello if anyone is new listening to the show or viewing. I don't know how many
We
people
have been
we have.
getting
My
some-
computer won't update, so I have no idea how many people we have live in the stream. But hello to all of them. But we might have some new people coming over from one of our recent shows.
A few different avenues, I would
Yeah,
assume. Yeah.
yeah.
But if this is your first time listening, one, we appreciate you, however you found us, and then we would encourage you to go on Apple Podcast if you could rate us. However you see fit.
Rate us 5 stars.
Be honest. No.
Rate us 5 stars.
Maybe if it is
Rate us
5-star
5
worthy.
stars.
And then Facebook or Instagram.com/funny2informing are the pages where you can get in on some of the fun.
Can you rate us 5 stars there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can. And
if
you can
you
do the
come across us on
recommendation.
Uber, rate us 5 stars there.
Yeah,
fuck it. Why not? I mean, just 5 stars across the board, guys. Unless there's 10 stars available,
Ooh,
In which
yeah,
case, go
then
10.
Don't do that.
Just go all 10.
Yeah.
Don't give us 5 out of 10.
What?
Anyway, you get the point.
Yeah. Me and
But
you,
I felt like we wanted to get that out of the way up top, just because we might have a lot of people coming over from the probably a few avenues like you mentioned, but maybe most likely from the one of the shows we just what
yeah.
episode number did we post it under?
108 is the
108.
Sid interview. Sid Udy, the professional wrestler. That was a great interview. And then, I think some people might backtrack because usually if you like one episode, you go back and listen to some. So some people
Yeah.
might be coming from
And
the interview that we have coming up here soon.
There you go. Yeah,
Over
on a
the
long enough
weekend.
timeline, it all blurs together.
Yeah, I was
But yeah, people,
confusing myself.
I see people might. I see what you mean. People might jump around if they liked one interview. They might go to another, look for another specific interview of someone else, or
Yeah,
they might
so-
like the regular
'cause-
show. They look for more regular shows.
Because the one we have coming up is our interview with Larry Hankin, which here,
Hankin?
yeah. By the time this by the time this episode drops in the podcast feed, the new movie for Breaking Bad, El Camino,
Actually,
would have
yeah,
come
the
out.
day this show drops,
And he's Junkyard Joe in
Yep,
Breaking Bad.
El Camino comes out.
So-
And we got to talk to him, and he actually talked a little about it. We won't go
Yeah.
into it, but he talked a little about his time on the set,
It was
as much as he could tell us.
It was good timing to be able to talk to
Yeah.
him as this,
As this is coming
big,
out.
huge thing is dropping. It's a Netflix original, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They're putting it out in some theaters, though.
Are they?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're doing like the 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock viewing, like handful of theaters across
I mean,
the country.
Netflix originals started out really poor, but they've
same with
really
all
came
of them.
into their own.
Amazon, Hulu, they're all amazing content creators now.
That's true. Yeah. And they're taking over cable more often than not. But
One channel at a time.
We what was I going to tell you? We went to the
know.
Orlando City soccer match, the last
Yep.
one.
What
So
you
it's like-
been up to, John Hannon? Orlando City Soccer.
That's what
and
we-
hangovers.
Yeah.
Not for me. No hangover in like over a week, bro.
How is sober October? Before we get
People
into,
have been
okay.
asking. Dude asked me at work today. He was like, he said, "So what's it been, a week?" And I thought, and I was like, "It's been like a week and a couple days. At this point, a week and a half or so." And I was like, he was like, "Well, long enough to feel it, right?" And I was like, "I don't know really what you mean by like feel it. Like I wasn't. Like,
I don't know, like
I
a
wasn't so
withdrawal.
bad. Yeah, but I wasn't like so bad on alcohol where I got the shakes. I didn't quit because like I needed to quit for addiction purposes. I just quit because like I was." Binging too much. Like when I would go hard, when I would go, there was only hard. You know what I mean? Like there was only a fourth gear. There was no 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
It was like fourth gear or no gear. And so I was like, well, I'll just put it in no gear for right now.
It's good
And then
every once
maybe
in a
that way
while
when I
to-
rev it back up in November, maybe before. Well, I don't know. I'm
Are you gonna
hanging
quit?
in fine.
Are you
I'm
gonna
hanging in
quit?
fine. The first couple of days was real tough, especially going out because I had been at, like we went to Casey's still.
And
Oh,
you're
you weren't there.
around-
I was at Casey's. I'm sitting there drinking Red Bull and water.
Yeah, once
it's
you're-
crazy.
you're
I've been to
involved
Finn's
with
a
all
couple
of it.
times. First night I went last week after we did the show. I went to fucking Finn's.
That's yeah.
It was
I don't,
it was killing me. It was killing me inside that night.
That's
but
why-
it's gotten easier.
I mean, I've been meaning to cut back, and it is for the same reason. And I'm sure you feel a lot better when you wake up in the morning.
That's
and
what I
shit.
told him. I was like,
you
I
feel
don't
terrible.
necessarily feel it per se, but I haven't woken up feeling like total shit. I mean, I'm an old man, so I feel kind of like shit every morning, but not
Well,
any
no,
more so than any other day.
Days I drink versus the days I don't. It's a huge difference when I wake up. I feel
Yeah.
so much better.
Yeah,
You know,
and I
it's,
feel like the water though. I'm not drinking. I'm trying to drink a good bit of more water when I can. Cue for you to drink water, but I've been trying to drink more of that when I can, and I guess now at least what I'm getting, I'm not just throwing away, wasting it by dehydrating myself with alcohol and beer.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah. You've been doing it so far. I don't know if you're gonna make it the whole month.
I got
but
it.
we'll
That's
see.
easy, bro. I got my coffee and my Red Bull here. I got plenty of vices, guys.
We're taking
I'll just
bets
switch vices
in the group page. I'm funny
Oh,
too.
is there a
informing.
pool going?
We're taking bets.
Okay, all right. Keep your
I'm
pool
gonna
going,
make a
you
post
fuckers.
and see how long you'll be able to go. I think you'll make it though. Anyways, so we went to the Orlando City soccer game. Another thing that you couldn't drink at, but I
Yep.
guess this is going to be our last Orlando City soccer update for.
I mean,
however
well,
long.
yeah. If there's team news and stuff, and I'm going to the men's national team game in November, so I can report on that. But yeah, really that and the coach of any coach updates. But when we'll get to that, but yeah, we went to the final. It was the final match of the season
And they
against
lost
Chicago Fire.
horribly.
Schweinsteiger, is that his name? I don't.
Yeah, the German-
the German World Cup champion
Yeah.
from the '90s. Guy's old as fuck. Still starting, still playing, and they beat us. Surprise, surprise.
We only
ended
got
the
one.
season with 2 wins, bro.
Jeez, two fucking wins.
I remember one of them was 5-1. It was a beautiful day. That was the day I told the story on the podcast. Girl puked all over the seats in front of us. It was very John Hannon like.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
Especially
went to
today.
that. I wanted to give a special shout out to his real name was Clay, right?
Clay.
Clay.
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
So Adrian and I had tickets. Actually, we got to finally meet and hang out with. I've met him a couple times, but we've never gone to a match together. I get my tickets pretty much every week from a buddy, like a guy I met online through a ticket,
And we
through
were
the Facebook ticket.
and we were
group.
hanging out, and I wasn't able to go.
What? Yeah, you were.
Well,
we were
thanks to
hanging
Clay.
out pre. That's right. Yeah, we were hanging out prior to that. We were doing a little bit of recording, drinking some coffee. Then they went and had some drink. We went to Finn Henry's that fucking day. And then at Finn Henry's for lunch, watching football at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, drinking water.
I was watching my fantasy sports like there was a stock market.
Yep.
I'm like, damn it.
But yeah. So and I dealt with it that day. Yeah. So we took off from there and we went to the stadium. And it was a great game. So again, shout out to Clay. I guess he goes by Ghost Bird on the News Junkie
I don't know.
app.
It was a little scary for like because when you never meet somebody, like he was obviously helping us out, so he had to have been a nice guy. So I wasn't that worried. But I'd never met this
Yeah,
guy before,
yeah.
and we were it was just me and him sitting next to each
It
other.
was our
by
first time
ourselves.
for everybody. He
And we're
literally
sitting
it was like a grinder meetup, or so I've been told from John. In that like he messaged us and was like, "I'm at the bar with a backwards hat that says Joe or whatever the fuck his hat said on it."
I swear.
And so we're at the bar walking around. And I'm like, there's one dude at the bar, and I had to like peek around his head to see what the hat said on it. I was like, there it is. It says Joe or whatever the fuck it was.
You got, like,
So
weirdly
then we walk
close to
up
him
and we're like,
before.
hey, are you Ghost Bird?
where we had to
Stupidest
sit,
name ever.
We like kind of were at center field, so it was a nice view. But we were all the way at the top, and there
Midfield.
wasn't really anybody sitting around us. And I was like, oh, he could kill me if he wanted to, and probably just throw me over like the back part of the bleachers.
Don't worry.
And-
From where we were, Adri could see you guys. Adri was like, I see him up there. And I'm like, she was like, you see him? I'm like, no. And she's like, the guy's in purple. And I'm like, fuck you.
No,
Everybody's
it was-
in purple. I can't fuck. But she was like, there's nobody around him. And I was like, I don't fucking know.
yeah, it was cool to be able to go,
too
but
far
I mean, it
from
sucks
where-
that they
where we were.
lost so horribly.
It wasn't terrible. Like it was a tight matchup.
It
right
was
up
like
until the
4-1
end.
or
Was
some
it?
shit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, my bad.
We were
My
sitting there
bad.
talking to Fessel
Yeah.
from Big Brother.
Yeah, we ran into a
ironically
Big
enough.
Brother star
Yeah.
from the same season as JC, the guy we talked to from Big Brother. What was that? 18 or 20?
That was episode 75. Yeah, Big Brother 20.
Season 20. Yeah, we ran into another guy. I wouldn't have even known it was a dude. And John was like, "That's I'm pretty sure that's
Fessel.
Fessel. Yeah, it's a
From,
weird name. I can't even say his name every time because it sounds like a play on the word weasel. Like that's his real name though, Fessel.
Yeah.
Okay, that's his first name.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
if you're
Fessel.
listening, because we gave him a card, we told him to come on our show.
Yeah, we were like, yeah,
and he
we
looked
would
at
love
us
to
like
talk
we
to
were
you.
crazy, but he was cool. He definitely talked to us, and like I told you, it sounded like he wants to like get some truths out about the season.
Yeah. He had something to say.
Like
that was
maybe
for sure.
maybe they
I
edited
did-
the narrative to make him look a certain way. That's kind of what I took away from that.
Yeah, but yeah, that was crazy running into him like that. But I mean, it was a good last game, and it was still a lot of fun, and it was awesome meeting Clay, and he hooked us up, and that was really. I was appreciative for that.
Yeah. And then right after
and
that,
then they fired their fucking coach.
They fired their coach, old JOC, James O'Connor.
O'Connor's gone.
Yep, he's gone. And we were talking about this pre-show, and you were like, rightfully so. And I was like, I don't know. And
Yeah.
you were like, do you not think
Two
so?
wins, dude. Two.
No. Here's the thing, though. Exactly. Well, that's what I've been asking my friends that are a little deeper knowledge-wise with soccer than I am. Even like Zach from all the small stuff over in Tampa, my old friend from No Guarantees days. He's a big time soccer fan. More like he's a soccer fan like you're a football fan. You know, like he's in depth with it. And I asked him, like, is it front office? Is it coaching? Is it players? I don't think it's players. I see the players, but I see that they can't put things together all the time either. And is that a coaching thing? And he was like, I think it's just a little bit of everything. It's like so hard, nobody can put their finger on it. And I'm in like Facebook groups
Yeah.
about it, and everybody's bitching about everything. They're bitching about the players. They bitch about the coach. They bitch about the office. They bitch about everybody.
There's been
It's always
a few
everybody's
different times.
fault.
There's been a few different times though throughout the season when they either I'm at the match and they make a sub that I don't necessarily agree with, or I'm wondering
Like
why
a
somebody's
chicken
not
parm
starting
or an Italian.
yeah.
'Cause I like both.
Anyways, I don't understand. Sometimes when they put together a starting lineup, I'm like, is this really what we should be doing? When I don't know. And
It's ever changing, and I'm like, how can we
He
ever
just
get anywhere
doesn't,
with no consistency? So maybe that was him, and maybe that was a wrong thing. I don't know, man. I'm not out
do
there.
we have
but-
anybody else now? Did we get anybody else?
No, we're
Do we
looking.
do we have a comment?
We got,
We
some
got a bunch
comments?
of comments.
Oh shit!
You guys
okay,
are on a roll. You guys are on a roll. and I
okay,
don't
that's
wanna
fine.
stop you.
We'll slow down. Pump the brakes.
First, Adrian Mama says, "Hey, hey, hey."
Hey.
Hey.
Bluegill says, "What it do, gang?"
What up?
What it do, Blue?
We got a scoop on the group from
Scoop on
Bluegill.
the group from you, champ.
Christy Hutton, new listener, he said the German was a great player. Talking about the soccer guy.
Yeah, he was.
He thinks he retired this week.
Oh shit! Really? we got to
no.
see him play his last ever match. Then.
Wow,
that's
that
cool.
would be- that's
News.
even better.
That was informing for us. Thank
Lil
you.
Rob said, "I remember that episode," referring to
Oh, JC probably.
JC's.
Yeah.
Yeah, episode 75.
Thanks
that
for
was fun.
listening, yilly, buddy.
Adrian Mama says hero, and then Robert Taggart says looking sleazy or seazy, fellas.
I don't even know what that means.
But I think he misspelled sexy.
Oh, okay.
So
he
I think
can't
he
type.
meant to say
He's probably got
sexy,
butter
but
on his
used
keyboard. Be butter.
a Z instead
Be
of an
butter,
X.
Rob.
It could have been anything, really.
That's our buddy Foe. I love
there's
you,
no,
Foe.
there's no way of knowing what he meant.
Foe, you a fool.
And
You a
then-
fool for that one.
Adrian Mama says hat said hero. Jen Hogan says hat Joe. And then Adrian Mama gave you a soccer emoji.
Okay.
Ah.
Gosh, she's
I
thanks.
think the hat. Your hat is very dapper today.
Oh, you like that?
So
I wanted to wear it on camera. I thought, thought it would be a thing.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
If you could
not
see,
too bad
I'm
at all.
matching. I'm matching. I'm matchy, but they can't see
Oh
that.
shit, the
Oh,
shorts
so-
too. Look at that.
The hat matches the shorts. That's a thing, right? That's a euphemism for your toe hair matching your pubes. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. We
Yeah, okay.
We
Just blow past that. we are looking at a new coach, though, out of Mexico.
That's what I was going to ask.
Out of
So
Mexico. Let me try to say his
Out of
name right. He's
Mexico.
Portuguese. Pedro Caixinha.
Pedro Caixinha.
Caixinha.
Out of Mexico. He's Portuguese.
He's a Portuguese dude. He just ended a 2-year stint with a team called Cruz Azul from Liga MX out of Mexico. And they just played the championship match, which ended in a draw. How do you play a championship and it ends in a draw? You go to fucking PKs,
I was
am I
gonna
right?
say at least PKs, and you got to one way or the other. You can't. That's like
yeah.
a participation
It
trophy.
said the
Not everybody can
championship
win.
for Liga MX ended in a draw, and that was his final game with Cruz Azul. So apparently we're eyeballing that guy. And again, here's the thing: I don't know what to take away from it because I'm in groups and I see people on both sides of the fucking fence. Oh, fucking fuck that guy! Stay away from him. Don't waste your money.
Yeah,
he's great. Look
some
at his
people-
pedigree. Blah blah blah. So I looked him up. I mean, but I don't. I was looking at he's cool. He's coached a bunch of international teams, and he's been assistant manager to a bunch of them. I don't know,
they need
but
to
I
give
don't
it
know.
more time, but
it's not like
it is
teams
what it is.
that I know off the top of my head, worldwide known.
I don't
Just
know.
FYI, Jen goes, that hat is CZAF.
All right, thanks, Jen.
they
CZ.
making-
It's a
CZ's
CZ
becoming a
hat.
new
All right,
thing.
I'm going to keep this in mind. This is my CZ hat.
I feel like they're making up words in the chat.
Yeah. Is that a play on steezy, or am I going to have a
Sleazy
seizure,
or sexy.
sleazy? I'm going to have a little seezy, like it's a baby seizure.
Or sneezy.
It's a little seezy.
You look congested. No, that's me.
John.
That's me.
Whoop,
I
Jinx,
feel.
you owe me a decongestant.
Oh, I have some in my car anyway.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so we have the Digi Hears, but I don't want to get to those
We can
yet.
get to Digi here in a
No,
minute, but I got so aside above and beyond the soccer match, in the midst of my sober October, I had to go out and see the Joker, or just Joker, excuse me,
Oh, that just came out.
with Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin.
Did you get that? You got
Ew.
Joaquin.
Stop. No,
It's
that
like
sounds
Rosh
so-
Hashanah. It's a Jewish name, right? Joaquin.
That sounds so gross.
I don't know. Joaquin Phoenix. You asked me what I thought of it.
Well, okay. So how was it?
Good job, co-host.
I'm fucking. I have no desire to see this movie.
I'm fucking with you.
I
Are you
have
serious?
No desire to see this
Really?
movie.
You
Yeah.
don't?
I don't care to see it.
After my review that I'm about to give you, first line I put, amazing film.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
Convince me. Change my
Have
mind.
you seen it? The comment reader is what we're called. We got to come up with a better name.
Comment reader?
Have you seen it? Amp?
Which one?
Joker.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, it was amazing.
He's got to be nominated for best actor. Whether
Oh,
he wins
yeah,
it or
hands
not, he's
down.
got to be nominated.
Hands down.
People are saying they don't think he will be though because of all the controversy.
That and it's a superhero movie.
Is it? It's not. It's not.
It's technically a comic book
I
movie.
understand, but
Daily
yeah,
comic
it
book
does
movie.
start with the whole with the DC Comics logo in the front. But dude, it's not a fucking comic
No,
movie.
it's not.
No.
Not even remotely.
Is it? And it's rated R, right?
Oh, hard
It's
R.
brutal.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's like NR.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe.
Dude, it's good, man. It's like it's a fucking tale
So-
into the devolving of a man's mind and like the things that kind of go into that. Like I kind of feel like it makes him like it shows him a little more as a victim to like the system, so to speak, and things in his past and shit like that. And it's as much his fault that he gets to where he gets to by the end of the movie as it is maybe say the
The
system.
best way I've described it to people is like imagine Quentin Tarantino directing Fight Club.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
that would be interesting.
That's a great way to put it. And
Wow.
what blows my mind the most is that it's fucking Todd Phillips. Which
Yeah.
as soon as I heard that, I don't know shit about directors. Like I'm not a big time movie buff, but I do know of a handful of like directors or actors and shit like that. And it's mostly comedy, right? Like Jordan Peele. That's why when I found out Jordan Peele was doing horror, I was like, oh, I got to check
Yeah,
this
yeah,
out
yeah.
because it's a comedy dude doing the horror movie. Well, in this case, Todd Phillips was he Wedding Crashers also?
Yeah.
He was Wedding Crashers. He was fucking what was another Will Ferrell movie, another big Will Ferrell movie.
Probably old school or something.
No, not old school, but damn it, but Wedding Crashers is probably that and another one are his biggest
Hangover.
fucking films. Hangover, thank you. Hangover. The Hangover. Like
All of them.
yeah, all three of them, all three of the fucking Hangover movies. Like he's a comedy icon, like all these huge mega budget comedies, and then he does this, and it's fucking awesome. Like,
Joaquin Phoenix though it seems like he's getting weirder and weirder though. He used to be like a normal actor.
No, never.
Are you sure? Like when
Do you remember Gladiator?
I remember him in
Like he was like insane.
Oh, that's right. That's the first thing I remember
Dude,
him from.
He was insane emperor. Like he was nuts.
Yep.
And
I remember
he
him
had,
in,
like, this weird fetish for his sister.
I was gonna say, wasn't he fucking
Yeah.
his sister? Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
some pre-Game of Thrones shit.
He was
Check that out, all you
he was
Game of
pretty
Thrones
normal in
fans.
Signs. I don't know. I don't know.
I guess kind.
Well,
No.
okay, I'll
In
give
his
you that one.
role, but I feel like even in his personal life, he probably still wasn't. That was probably around the same time, dude. It was probably 10 or 12 years ago where he was doing that whole fucking fake movie about a rap career, and he was retiring from acting, and it was all a publicity stunt on the Letterman show.
I didn't even hear about that.
You never heard
I don't
about that?
know
Never heard about
anything
that.
about
Oh my
that one.
god, I wish I knew more about that. I thought everybody knew about that.
Is that no? I have no idea.
I think it's called like I'm Still Here. It's a he was doing it. He claims he was promoting a documentary that he's famous. There's this famous clip. You can search it on YouTube. If you just put in Joaquin Phoenix, David Letterman, it'll pull up. I'm sure probably the first result will pull up him just like he shows up on David Letterman. He's got like this full fucking Grizzly Adams beard, like down halfway down his chest. He's wearing sunglasses. And like this is all pre his Johnny Cash role and shit too. That's why
I feel like I've
he
seen
was weird during
images
his
for
Johnny
it.
Cash role and shit too. Yeah.
Cash one was weird. Real quick, so you got a couple here.
More comments. Bring 'em.
Lil Rob says, "I got some Dayquil if you guys need it."
John.
And then he also says, "Got to add the fling sound to the name." Fling.
Joaquin.
Ew.
Phoenix.
That's
I
gross.
think we have
Mama
spit
says that movie was
cards.
awesome.
Yep, we
so
loved it.
unexpected. And then she was helping us out. She said The Hangover.
Thank you.
Jen Hogan chimes in. She says he's a method actor. That's why.
Boom.
And then
They're usually weirdos.
And then Rob chimes in again. He says Aaron Carter is the living Joker.
Oh my God, he really, dude! I saw a picture of
Yo.
him recently. I've been hearing,
been getting worse
I've
and
heard
worse.
audio clips of his fight between himself and his brother, but I hadn't seen a photo of this guy lately. I know he got a face tattoo. Dude, he fucking wow! That guy, talk about falling off. We were having a discussion earlier about how DMX looked like a crackhead.
Oh, dude.
Aaron Carter looks like
yeah,
a fucking crackhead,
yeah,
bro.
He's coming in town, by the way, October 18th.
Yeah,
Boom! That's why it came up. We saw a
Yup.
poster. We were in the hood. There was a fucking halfway ripped off poster, and I thought it was old. And I go, nope, John, DMX, October 18th.
Yeah,
I was like, I'll do the whole '90s hip hop tour, Bone Thugs and Harmony, DMX.
And they look terrible. Well, DMX does. I don't know. I
Does
can't
he?
speak for Bone Thugs and Harmony,
He's
but
so skinny now.
yeah, they look
He looks
sickly.
weird.
John said he met him in person. He was small as fuck, like not even that
he's a
tall or
short
anything
little
either. What the fuck? It's so
He's
like
always been a short dude.
I always
you see that,
imagine him as a big dude.
What was it called? Cradle to the Grave. That
No,
movie
I
with him
remember
and
that
Jet
movie.
Li.
No, yeah.
Dude, he was so short in that movie because he was like supposed to be a badass, and like all the clothes he was wearing were like triple XL.
Right.
Like it was
Jinko
ridiculous.
pants
So
and
he looked like
Timbs.
he was big and buff, but then there was like one scene where he took off his shirt and he's like shorter than all the girls in the room.
Oh my God, dude. Him and Jet Li, they're like buddy.
That's yeah, I don't know, but
Did you guys see the Joker? Oh man.
no, the Joker.
Yeah, you
okay.
really do.
So
So I
I'll
will
think
say
about
this.
it.
I mean, best role since Heath Ledger for sure. The closest thing to Heath Ledger
So
without us
one
having Heath
out of
Ledger to
10.
do it. Fuck, like an 8 or 9, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
up there, bro.
I've given it a lot of credit. That's
But
for
you know
sure.
what? I don't know. I'm pretty easy with movies. Like you got to really put out a shithouse film for me to be like, what the fuck is this? Like I will try to be open minded.
Oh, see, I don't go to the
and draw
movies a lot.
conclusions
That's
out of
the
my
thing.
own thing. You know, like maybe it's not what the narrative's trying to tell me, but I'll draw my own conclusions out of it because I try to just be open minded and get it. You know, get whatever they're trying to push down my throat, whatever
Yeah.
message.
Yeah.
I think I got it in this one. I don't know, but I will say this, Amp, that one scene in Joker when he is, I don't want to like spoil it,
I
but
was
he's
gonna say,
riding
is
in
it
a
a
car.
spoiler?
It's towards the end, and he's riding in a car, Joaquin, and it shows him through the window looking out
It looks
at
like
the
Heath
city
Ledger.
burning. And I was getting Heath Ledger flashbacks. I was like, oh my
That was
god,
totally an Easter egg.
is
was
it?
totally an Easter egg,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, because I feel like it was shot the same way as that. That was the scene with Heath Ledger in a car, fucking same.
Totally
yeah,
an
dude,
Easter
I
egg.
was
All
like,
this is going way over my head. I have
it's
no
just
idea.
straight up as clearly as I can say. He was in the back of a car and he's riding down the street and he's looking out a window and just his facial expression and the way it's shot and you can see like the city burning and it's like it looked like a scene from one of the old Batman movies with fucking Heath Ledger in it. Yeah.
Huh.
So James, he quotes the only song that I can't actually say. What y'all blank want?
Oh.
Oh,
What y'all N-words want? Oops, sorry, Tyrion.
Oh.
Andrew
boy.
Mama chimes in. Joaquin looked like Heath in some angles, like you were saying.
Yep.
James wants you to rate District 9.
District
Nah.
9, hard 9.
That's the other way, right? The reverse.
Yeah, it's a hard 9 where 9 is 1 and 1 is 10.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes no sense.
Adrian Mama also said, also like the Lee guy from The Crow, Brandon Lee.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh my god!" She thought he looked like Brandon Lee in some scenes. I guess where he was dancing on the stairs.
Yeah.
She thought he really looked like Brandon Lee at one point. So yeah, he was fucking skinny as fuck, bro. I was getting like Christian Bale machinist like flashbacks.
So-
and also
Oh,
John
yeah,
Hannon. He
he's
kind of
another-
resembles John Hannon.
Christian Bale's
Hate to
another
say it,
method
John,
actor.
You're on the verge, bro. Let's just hope
Oh,
the state
dude.
doesn't cut your benefits at any point in time.
I don't even know what. Yeah, earlier this week, I don't know if you saw the post in the group page about like blonde moments.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier
We should
this
definitely
week,
talk about
I've
that.
I've been doing dumb shit like all week, and I've just been slipping left and right. But yeah, because we put it up there, and we actually got some really good responses.
There was a lot of response in there. I didn't
yeah.
even read all the
I'll-
comments. I saw a couple of them. That's it.
All right, yeah, because I didn't feel so bad after I saw some of what some of like the
I
friends of
heard,
the show and the
I heard
listeners
about
what
your
they
blonde
put.
moment. Yeah.
I felt better because yeah, I was driving home. I don't remember what day it was, but last week I was driving home and I just like blanked out and just spaced out, didn't really pay attention or think about anything, and I drove like 18 miles past my house to get home. I drove. I was
You have
almost
like 7 beers then too, but
no.
Just fucking with you.
I was thinking about other shit. I'll forget. I don't know what happened. My mind just blanked, and I went like 40 minutes in the other direction.
40 minutes
It
each
took
way.
me
So
past my house, past the
80 minutes total. 147 minutes
I drove,
total.
well, yeah, I drove 40
80 minutes
out,
total. So,
I
in
had to,
over
like,
an
come
hour,
back. Yeah.
you blew out your day. God damn, Johnny.
Dude, I was down.
okay. So, and you said that these
Down
things
Alafaya.
uplifted your spirit. These posts in the group.
Oh, they made me feel better.
So I got to hear some. If they're worse than that,
I didn't
come
feel
with
so
them,
bad.
bro. Come with them.
Okay, what
And are we gonna call these people out too? Fuck
Just
it,
like
they
first
posted
name.
it in
We'll
a
do-
public group.
We'll do first names.
Yeah.
Jessica,
say your last name.
Jessica said we got a knock on the door, and I told my parents the Judas priests were at the door. It was Jehovah Witness. That's kind of funny. That's
Breaking the law.
we're easing into it.
Okay.
Brittany
They
said
get funnier. Promise. I don't know. I haven't read them.
Brittany said I thought I had a pimple on one of my breasts, and I
Gross.
tried to pop it, only to realize it was my nipple.
Gross.
I feel like we should have like the little drummer
Did
thing.
the pus ever come out, Brittany? Boom. Boom. That's your nipple popping.
CD said he was his blonde moment was waiting in the mailbox for
No,
a letter
don't-
from us.
Why did you have to?
And it
why?
was there the whole
he
time.
it was there.
Yeah,
Oh,
we got
sent
it
him
to
one?
him, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But yeah,
And he
of
was
course
like,
we
"Oh
did.
shit!"
You fucking
He was like-
idiot.
he was like, "Oh,
I didn't know we did that.
I didn't look in my mail
Good
stack."
job.
My bad.
Okay, there you go. See, quit shitting on a CD.
Tina says
we still owe that guy stuff though.
I lost my glasses and I spent 30 minutes searching for them, making myself late to work because I can't function without them, only to realize I was wearing them the whole time.
What? Like on your eyes? Oh God, I wish
Yeah.
this was live. I need to know. Like they were where my glasses currently are. You can't function well without them. Well, how well did you function while you were looking for
Do you
your
get-
glasses? Probably pretty well.
Do you get used
because they
to-
were on your
Do
face?
you get used to feeling them on your face?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, dude. Yeah. If I
do
like
they-
take them off, like just like my little things where I like push them up or I'll straighten them out. If they're not on my face, I'll still want to do that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Dan says, sometimes when I'm super tired, I'll pour orange juice in my cereal. I actually just met this.
Is that like an energy boost thing? Like, is
I think it was an
that like
accident.
the new thing at Smoothie King?
No, it was
We put Wheaties in your fucking milk, in your orange juice.
Yeah, I actually met Dan
Orange
the other day
Julius.
for the first time. It was cool to run into him.
Did you?
Yeah. He was
Dan?
riding his bike and.
Oh, that's right. What a weird- what a weird
He got
meeting.
a magnet from us.
That's cool. See, if you ride up to us on a bike randomly, we'll give you a magnet. Guaranteed.
Kelly says, I went to check in for a flight from Vegas, but it wouldn't let me. Apparently 12:30 a.m. is not noon 30, and I had completely missed my flight. Cost me $600 to buy a new one-way ticket.
Holy shit.
Yeesh.
Kelly.
That was
Kelly.
That's rough.
Kelly will have some mishaps here and
Yeah,
there. We love Kelly,
Oh,
though.
Kelly again. She says, I have also
Oh, God.
3 times.
She is actually blonde. So, in her defense, all of her moments are blonde moments.
I have also 3 times in the last week put coffee in the coffee pot without the filter in it at all.
Ew.
Rough.
You get that? I had that once. It was at a Turkish restaurant. It's fucking gross.
Ew.
They call it
Kyle-
Turkish coffee. It's just fucking sludge.
Kyle says, calling someone and telling them that I was going to be late to a thing because I couldn't find my phone.
Oh, that's a bad
calling
one.
them and telling
On
them
the
that he
phone
couldn't-
that you were looking for?
I guess so. Yeah.
Holy shit. That's wow. That's
Jeez.
like a blonde heroin addict moment. Like how fucking fucked up are you, bro? Is that what your work said too when you called in? I need back and forth with this. Thanks for participating, guys, but I need more answers.
Cindy, I went to the wrong hotel for work. Actually started to get mad when they couldn't find a reservation for me at all on any of their properties. They called around and found I was booked at a different brand altogether. Jeez.
So that wasn't her
some
fault.
of this is blonde moments, but some of this is like I feel for
People
them. Like that would
fucking
suck.
you over. Yeah, absolutely.
That would suck to have to just like you're just wasting so much time. You know, it's what and then Lee says I got a Big Mac from McDonald's once. I got home with it and noticed they had no meat, just buns and special sauce. Mildly pissed off. I called up to complain just to hear, sir, we don't sell the Big Mac.
Sounds like a Sir
he said
Mix-a-Lot
He had
special.
called Burger King.
Wait, they don't what?
He called Burger King at
What?
McDonald's.
Oh wow. Sorry, I stepped all over that story. I just thought it was fake news the whole way through.
That's
It sounded. I know Lee. He's a bullshitter. He's like, I bought a Big Mac. It was a Burger King.
Supposedly that
What?
happens to a lot of people though. Where they'll say like mayonnaise only on their sandwich, and they will get buns and just mayonnaise, like nothing else. Because I guess if you order through like the automated thing, now they have the touch screens.
Also, I've been hearing this too. I mentioned Zach again. I'm pretty sure Zach. Yeah, Zach brought this up on their show. All the small stuff. Cool show. You should check it out. You can find it everywhere you find podcast. And we were actually checking it out through Mixlr the other day. They're live on Mixlr, which has its own little chat room
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
Mixlr, yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. But they brought it up on their show, and he mentioned that he got a burger and it was wrong, and he ordered it through a kiosk inside, like a touchscreen, like Wawa, I guess. I've not been inside a McDonald's in a long fucking time, but they have those now.
Yeah, I usually try to do the drive-through, but yeah,
I'm saying
they have them inside.
I don't go inside.
They
I just
have
go.
'em, yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Since
It's,
when? So they don't have any people, or
Not
they have
all of
people.
them.
They have a couple people, and they have a couple touchscreens.
yeah.
What the fuck?
I guess because I mean and I think it accepts all payment. I don't know if it does cash, but it definitely
Yeah, you're right. Of course, it would do.
it
card,
still does your card and
cash.
shit.
Yeah,
But yeah, and then I don't know. Some people like it, some people don't.
that's crazy. Well, Zach from All the Small Stuff was talking about it on his show. All the
I
Small
voted
Stuff, because it
against
was
it.
a small story.
All the small stuff,
and he got
Is
the
that-
wrong
what-
sandwich.
Oh yeah.
So
that's annoying.
breaking news.
That's annoying as fuck. You
Small
wanna,
story.
Do we have a scoop on the group? Because I was in the group page.
You do.
With
You
the,
said you do. Yeah. While you're on the group page,
Uh,
let's see. What did Rob post
It was Blue,
this week?
Yeah, it was Bluegill.
Roberts.
He
Bluegill.
was the one that brought it to us. We're gonna have to fly through the Digi-ears. I feel like we're falling so far behind.
No, I think we're okay, man.
We
We got 20 minutes.
Okay,
a little
so
more than. We're fine.
this is a Bluegill. It says, this is what the headline says. It says, "I ride a wheelchair all day, but I will ride you all night." Disabled teenager's very risque Tinder bio profile is removed for sexual content, but Twitter can't get enough of the cheeky pickup line. So it's this kid, 19 years old, and he's disabled and he's in a wheelchair.
And so that's what his bio reads.
It says, "I ride a wheelchair all day, but I will ride you all night," with a winky face.
Oh, and that's it. That's his whole bio. Look,
Yeah.
and there's his picture.
Yeah.
And he's got like Bob Dole hand. Bob Dole.
Yeah.
Bob Dole holding a pen. Bob Dole, don't let go of this pen.
He's from England, and they took
What a
it-
cheeky bugger.
When I saw cheeky comment, I was like,
Yeah,
really?
you said
We're calling
cheeky. I
it
think that's what made me say cheeky.
I was
yeah.
just reading this. I was
cheeky bugger.
I noticed that word choice too. I was like, really? That's what we're fucking going with? But he's from England, so now it makes a little bit more sense.
Does it? Because English dudes will ride you all night like a fucking wheelchair. What is that supposed to
Well,
mean?
and
It makes sense.
That's not even that bad of a line. Like, it's a punny pickup line. You know what I
You
mean?
know
Like,
what the informing part of that story is to me? They have Tinder in England.
that's was surprising. Also,
They probably call
But
it Tinder.
They Tinder.
Tinder. Swipe left, swipe right.
That's also what tells you, because if he was a United States citizen and he was here and had that Tinder profile, he would be fine. The only reason why it's not fine is because we're the only country that has free speech. But
Yeah.
so over there,
I mean, he would get
they're going
some-
to take it down.
He would get some blowback. He would be a viral meme for sure. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. If
Reddit,
not already.
Reddit would blow that guy's life up. But so he got fined, you said?
No. His
Okay.
profile was taken down for sexual content.
Really?
They just removed it.
Get
and
sexual
took him-
content on Tinder.
on Tinder.
On Tinder.
where you have the most sex.
Blimey.
They do that fucking
I
and fucking.
I got no more English words.
I can't do an accent. I can't. Okay, so did you have any did you hears? Are we going to go back and forth
yeah,
with
we got
them? Or?
digis. Yeah,
Okay.
we can volley whatever you want to do.
We that was thank you Bluegill for the scoop on the group.
Scoop
We'll look
on the
forward
group. That
to
was
the
a funny
next week
story.
one.
That headline,
It's a weird
the
one.
headline was great, and his photo's great.
Okay.
I recommend going in there and telling your Shablon moment, and then looking at that weird fucking kid.
Yeah. Okay, so did you hear? You might have. George
Maybe.
Bush and Ellen DeGeneres went to a Dallas Cowboys football game last week together, and they were seen laughing, and there's a video around with it. But I guess people were kind of shitting on Ellen for sitting with George Bush. It's like she's a gay, Hollywood liberal, and he's a conservative, ex.
Dallas Cowboy fan, ex-president.
Yeah, Dallas Cowboy fan is enough for me to fucking hate
Fool
that
me
guy.
once, you can't fool me again. Fool me twice, you gay, Ellen.
But people were giving her a hard time for sitting with him, and
Yeah, people were. Of course they were. You know why? Because the internet. Because the internet. Childish Gambino said it best. Because the internet.
yeah, it's I don't know why anybody. It's like if people don't think.
Damn it!
along-
I'm sorry. I want to interrupt.
What do
We have right now on the live feed. We have a best socks. Go ahead, stick them out there, Johnny.
How the
John
hell
Hanny. He's got the
is
best
my
socks. If you're
socks?
viewing, you get to see John Hanny's socks. The one day I don't wear weed socks. Normally, John and I mesh up and wear our weed socks
I would too.
coincidingly. That's a word, right? Coincidingly.
I would. Sounds right.
Coincidiver. Anyway,
I like
we usually wear our socks together, and we didn't today. I went no socks, and John went weed socks.
I wore
Because he didn't borrow socks from me this time.
It's I wore two different ones for you.
Busted. I'm sorry, I cut you off right in the middle of what you're saying because I'm looking at my screen and I see John's fucking feet
The socks,
right by his juice.
they don't match.
Sponsored by Apples.
Oh yeah, my apple juice.
Yeah,
I
never
forgot
forget our
about my-
sponsorship, bro.
Forgot
We gotta
about
plug
my
those apples.
apple juice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then what
These
did
apples
Ellen?
ain't gonna sauce themselves.
This
That's
is
our tagline.
okay. So this is what in response to people, reacting negatively with Ellen sitting with George Bush. This
She
is
had a
what
great
Ellen,
quote.
This is what Ellen said. She said, "Here's the thing. I'm friends with George Bush. In fact, I'm friends with a lot of people who don't share the same beliefs that I have. We're all different, and I think that we've forgotten that we're all different." Wow, she just repeated it again. We're all different, and I think that we've forgotten that we're all different. But just because I don't agree with someone on something doesn't mean I'm not going to be friends with them. When I say be kind to one another, I don't mean only the people that think the way you do. I mean be kind to everyone. It doesn't matter. Which is a great point,
Good quote,
Um,
Ellen. Let's put that on the back of a quarter. It's a bit wordy.
Yeah, it's not going to
But it's a great quote, though. It won't fit on a quarter.
It's a spiral in the quarter, and as it gets
It's like
long,
a Dali painting and
yeah,
also
it goes
Ellen's
in,
quote.
It circles inward, and it's just
And
the
in
whole
the middle,
sentence.
Bush did 9/11.
That's what some people were reacting
Is
like.
that you serious? Were people saying that?
like
How can you sit with the 9/11 dude?
Mark Ruffalo.
Come on.
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, I saw
said,
that. Mark
said,
Ruffalo
we
called
can't
her
even
out.
begin to talk about being kind to one another if George Bush isn't going to be held accountable for his actions with the Iraq War. And I'm like, holy shit!
Oh
Like,
no,
that
really?
is-
Wow, bro.
and how does that Ellen's
Way to live
problem?
in the past.
I know, and that has nothing to do with
He
Ellen.
said that while wearing a cross-color shirt because he
He
lives in
hulked
the
on him.
90s.
yeah. Mark Love. He's always been another one of those little woohoo upstairs.
Has he?
Yeah,
Wasn't he
when
the
we're-
shittiest Hulk?
If we're talking about like weird actors,
Wasn't he the shittiest Hulk ever? Was that Mark Ruffalo?
No, it's
He's the
another
current
guy.
one.
Not Edward Norton. The one before Edward Norton.
Yeah. Damn it. I
The
get.
tall guy. I forget his name.
No, you know what? I'm confusing him with current Hulk. That's what it is. Is he current Hulk?
Mark Ruffalo's current.
Mark's current.
Okay, so all right, I actually like him as that Hulk. I thought I was confusing him with the shittier Hulk.
He
but
does- he does
sounds like
okay.
a crazy person in reality. So
Yeah, no.
there you have it. Folks.
He does a good job, though. I think. All right, so volleying it to you. What do you have?
Well, while we're on the subject of kind of entertainment, Saturday Night Live came back with their 45th season. They started back up. Obviously,
That
they're going to
show's been
start
on
back
forever.
up. 45 years, as a matter of fact. I can tell you exactly how long. Longer than I've been alive. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. And I don't know. I bring it up because I watched the first episode. It was Woody Harrelson and Billie Eilish was the
like
musical
the
guest.
premiere?
Yeah, the first episode of the season. They've since had another one. This was a couple weeks back, but this week will be the third. But specifically, there was a couple stories surrounding that. I don't know how many people heard the story about they hired, obviously, a new season. They hire on some new cast members. Obviously, some go away, some come in.
Every once in a while.
They hired like a new trio of cast members, 3 like young guys to come in and be featured players. Until you get like on the cast, you're called a featured player. You don't get that's how you get introduced as well. And they brought in 3 new ones, 2 of which were Bowen Young and I've got his name here, Shane Gillis. Bowen Young is their first. Bowen Yang.
But
That
Well,
alludes to my next piece, in that this is their first ever Asian comedian that they've ever had on SNL.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
same week that the news came out that these 3, I don't have the third guy's name because he didn't do anything bad or good. he's a no name.
Oh, something's gonna happen
So
here soon.
yeah,
Okay.
with the
Oh,
Bowen
boy.
Yang and the Shane Gillis, yeah, the same week that they were hired, it was discovered. I guess they did what they do now in what we're calling the cancel culture. Anytime your name comes up, like say for some reason, then our names took off. Right, Funny to Informing was like got heard by enough people, or our names. Somebody would search back to our
and
past,
then they look into our
and
background.
they look at
Yeah,
cancel
yeah,
culture.
yeah.
They're going to look back and see what'd you do 5 years ago, what'd you do 2 years ago, what'd you do last year, what'd you do last week, and I guess
And
this guy
nitpick the shit
Shane
out of you.
Gillis had come off of he was doing a podcast. I think he's still probably still doing it because he was fired the same week from SNL that he was hired, because on that podcast, and I guess he had some skits online posted, he was being they let him go for insensitive remarks. I guess he was using the C word for Chinese people, like skating rink, rhymes with
Ooh,
rink.
so and having just hired
And
Mr. Yang.
they just hired their first ever Asian dude, and so they decided to let Shane Gillis go the same week he was fucking hired.
yeah, you can't do that.
But I'll say this: I saw Bowen Yang. He was already featured in some skits, and he was funny as shit. Like he was on a Weekend Update segment, and he was hilarious. He played like a Chinese diplomat, Chinese, and he comes off a little gay, so it was really
okay,
funny.
yeah. Did you see in the premiere? Did you see Billie Eilish's performance?
I did. I showed it to you because it blew my mind, and I had to blow your mind. And it's
Yeah.
mind blowing, right?
That
I don't know if it's
was
mind blowing, but it was impressive.
incredible,
Right.
Unique for a Saturday Night Live performance is usually just stand on the stage and play for the people. But she had
Kinda,
this
yeah, there's-
crazy like spinning stage where it looks like she's on the walls and the roof of
Yeah,
it
it spins like verse per verse. There's 2 verses, 2 choruses, and so the first verse she does the first verse, which is a weird song. It's like I guess all of her songs are this way. It's like real whispery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's fucking weird, but that's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
But the performance was enough to make me stop from fast forwarding, because usually if it's shitty, I give it a second, especially when it's like a Taylor Swift or not that's just not my style of music, or Billie Eilish, for example. But it was
I don't
enough
think
that
it's
I
bad, but it's
I
just
stopped.
weird
It's
as
just
all.
not mine. Yeah, people love it. People love it, but I don't per se. But I didn't fast forward. It was enough to make me like stop and be like, "What the fuck's going on here?" And I watched. We'll share it in the group because it was I was I was so taken by it that I had to show John and see and make sure it wasn't me that was just like,
when she started,
this is fucking cool.
Yeah, when she started walking on the walls and the roof and everything, like I knew it had something to do with the camera moving or the room itself and her being.
It's like
able
a whole
to,
rig they set up,
and
where the
it just-
camera stays with the room and the whole set spins. So it spins 90, then it spins 180, then it spins
Because when
90.
they like zoom out and they show you pretty much how they
Yeah,
got
you can
it
see the
accomplished.
whole rigging
Was there
system.
a backstory about Billie Eilish sending that in as what she wanted as the performance?
Yeah,
Was that
I actually
her
found.
idea,
Yeah, I
or-
actually found a video where she uses like a Barbie doll, and like a fake little stage setup to mimic what she wanted to do for that performance.
Yeah.
When she told the director, and then the director found the creative team, and they fucking got it all done in like a week. To
That was
get it shot,
brilliant.
and it was awesome.
I
Yeah,
have
so
not
we'll share
seen
it in the
anything
group.
like that.
I'm gonna mark that down. We're gonna share that in the group because I
la-
thought it was really cool.
The last time I'd seen something like weird, it was like the Christopher Walken music video, the this or that, like the you could go with this or you could go with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That was the last time.
I'm a hoofer red hot. He's like flying through the air and shit. Yeah, that was a cool video.
Yeah, that was what but Saturday Night Live, I love that
I
show.
like.
I hope
I
it
think it's
never
funny
dies.
that you say like, oh, usually they just stand on stage, dude. I would say this: SNL can like make you or break you as a performer, especially if you're coming out, like you're new. Like I've been introduced to a handful of awesome bands there. I've seen awesome bands play terrible fucking sets on that show, and
yeah,
I've
like the
seen
Red Hot Chili Peppers had a real
Yep,
bad one.
Chili Peppers have had a bad one. I've seen some groundbreaking shit. I remember, like I said, I watched the show. I feel like I watched it my entire life. That's why like, I
Ashley
had
Simpson
to bring it
got
up.
completely exposed.
The whole she did the jig and then
jigged.
ran off stage sidestepping, and then
She
but
jigged
I
off.
remember when I was a kid, Sinead O'Connor burned a picture of the fucking Pope live on that shit, dude. And that was like that was a fire starter.
Too far,
to use
yeah.
a fire pun. Yeah, and I saw Rage Against the Machine play with an upside down American flag on the stage, and they fucking tore it up. Like it was amazing. I was introduced to one of my favorite bands ever, the Alabama Shakes. Are you familiar with them, John?
No.
I didn't know of them either, and I watched Saturday Night Live a couple years ago, and I saw their performance, and I've been hooked ever since.
Rob, he wanted to chime in. He said, "This is the greatest moment of all time. Need more cowbell."
Needs more cowbell.
Yeah, we were talking about Christopher Walken on.
Yeah, it's no Billie Eilish, Rob, but we'll give you that.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is that Dayquil or Nyquil or whatever he was going to
Dayquil, he's
send
got
over.
Dayquil. The only prescription is Mucinex D.
Yeah, send it on over, Rob, please. You said you would.
All right, well, I'm sending it on over to you.
Oh, right back to me.
Digi. Yep.
Did you hear? A 9-year-old was charged with multiple counts of murder for allegedly starting a fire that killed 5 people in Illinois.
Yeah, outside Chicago.
Outside Chicago, right? Yeah. He.
It was Jussie
the fire
Smollett, wasn't it?
No, huh?
That motherfucker. I knew he did it. There was a noose around the trailer.
The guy just keeps battling himself. He keeps fighting with himself.
Son of a bitch.
Somewhere, just he's in a field, just like punching his own crotch and kicking his own ass. But he. So
Is that how he gets off? Is it like a Da Vinci Code thing? He's got to like self-penance?
He likes it and hates it all at once.
I don't
too.
wanna know.
So this fire started months ago. It was in April or something when this house burned down and these 5 people had passed away. I think one person had gotten out of the house and escaped with just some burns.
Fucking 3 kids and 2 adults, bro. It was like a whole family. Was it his own family?
It wasn't because they didn't release the relationship that the 9-year-old had with the family.
Okay.
But I feel like if it was their son or something, it would have already been mentioned. You know what I mean?
I think
feel
so
like they would say
because
it.
I heard a little bit on this story as well. I think it happened like when you were researching. It happened like back early in the year, right?
Yeah, in April.
But it just hit news again this week because they finally came down with charges and decided to charge this kid as an adult with 5 counts of first-degree murder.
Yeah,
Murder
on top of like all
murder. Sorry, but yeah, sorry. Let's make light of this child's life being ruined forever.
Well, and
I'm kidding.
How do you sentence a 9-year-old? I don't
5 times for
know.
first-degree murder.
A 9-year-old.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How do you charge?
I
him?
don't know.
Like,
How
don't
do
you
you?
just go to juvie or?
No,
Do
if
even
you're
9
charged as an adult, no, he might.
How
go
do you
to
get
juvie
charged as an adult when you're 9? You're not an adult. Clearly, you don't make your
Well,
own decisions.
I-
You're 9 years old.
No, they're saying clearly he did make the decision. That's how you get first degree murder. First degree indicates like pre-thought, meaning you had intent to kill whoever you're being charged with killing prior to you killing them.
So does he go into a regular prison with everybody else?
I feel like he probably would, but
Did you see a
he would not
9-year-old
be.
kid
But he
playing
would not.
dominoes
But I
and
feel like
gambling with other prison people?
shooting him dice.
Where does this 9-year-old kid go?
DMX had a rough childhood, son. What y'all inwards want?
Yeah,
Your cocktail, fruit.
and he's coming in mid-November. So
October 18th.
is it October?
It is.
Oh, well, sooner than I thought.
That's
Never
fine.
mind.
I'm the local. I know all about the
I'm
local
not even
scene.
worried. I
Just
think I
ask me
could
about
take
all
them.
your DMX needs. I don't
Yeah.
know. DMX needs some crack. I heard.
Yeah. Okay. So
John
yeah,
said it. Please don't hold that against me, DMX.
So the reason why this story is pretty much resurfacing is because he or she, I'm not sure.
I don't even know that either. I think it's a he.
The child. Yeah, I think I would say he
as
too.
a man who was once a boy, not that long ago,
We're pretty crazy.
Pretty much the same line now. But I can probably say, as for starting fires, probably a boy.
Yeah. So
Not
he,
that I would kill 5 people, but I would start a fire, especially when I was a boy.
Yeah. No, but there's really not much else to say about it. He just got sentenced, so that's why it kind of resurfaced.
It's a crazy story.
Wow.
I was
Makes me
I was like,
uncomfortable. yeah. It's a weird one.
Like first degree murder. Like he knew what he was
Cringy.
doing.
I don't like it. Okay, so following it back to you to get away from that.
Gave me a hiccup. Okay. Well, all right. Let's take it to another. Here's another uplifting, heartfelt, feel good story for you.
Fuck.
It's not. I mean, it's not that terrible. It could be a lot worse. I teased it at the beginning of the show. But California power outages.
Oh,
I know
yeah,
that's a big story right now.
Like over 1 million people with
A
no
million
power.
plus people, mostly in Northern California, without power, and they're all PG&E customers. It's honestly, it's a money thing. At the end of the day, it's a money thing. It's a safety thing. Okay, so I
Yeah,
asked
because
you.
they didn't lose power. They
They
shut
it's
off.
not exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
When I heard this, I thought, oh, it's because the grid's down. Like you hear that, right? Like there's just not enough power. Like whatever's causing the power.
We need more
We
power.
ran out of it. Yeah.
More power.
Bid for tools.
Yeah, get Tim Allen in there.
But I whatever is creating their power, wind, solar, whatever, there's not enough of it. You know, that I would think that's what would be the issue, right? Like here, we're coal based in Florida.
Yeah.
Like so, if they had to just turn off our power because they just had to literally turn off the switch, I would think, oh, they're out of coal, right? Well, so I would think the same thing in California. That's not the case. They are literally purposefully turning it off in a preventative measure to try to alleviate wildfires because they have such a problem with wildfires over there in this time of year, in the fall and the spring, because of the dry,
the
extreme dryness,
the current
and high
being
winds.
run would help spread the fires.
Well, I guess what causes a lot of these fires that I'm just now learning is that power lines, because they don't have them underground like all places really probably should start making a move to, is getting power lines.
Well, some of the
they're-
older places, yeah,
exactly,
are
just updating, because I feel like that's how they do it now. So older
like all of
places that
Philly's
aren't
power lines are on.
Of
on
course
top.
they are. Yeah. Fucking yeah. How do the rats move from building to building? God, they gotta have a transportation system, asshole.
Yeah.
But so they're all above ground, mostly in California too. So I guess what starts a lot of these fires is with these winds coming. You know, El Nino. The winds come in.
Yeah.
They get a windy season that's extra dry as
What
well.
accent was that, by the way? Just
California,
Nino.
California Spanish. It was Telemundo.
yeah, it sounded like
Sábado Gigante, El Nino, coming to
All right.
town, El
Just
Camino,
had
coming
to-
out Friday.
I had to make sure.
But
Okay.
the wind blows the power lines into trees, and it starts fucking fires, and then it gets out of control, and the next thing you know, 2 million acres have fucking burned, and Kim Kardashian lost her house. Poor girl.
Yeah,
But
okay. Wow.
you know what I mean. So in a preventative measure, and they don't bury the power lines because apparently of their major deficit, and they owe a lot of money out. PG&E. I guess from old lawsuits past.
Oh,
they're still
so
in
this
the
is,
they're still in the red from old lawsuits forever and ever back because of there's such a large power conglomerate. They're always taking lawsuits.
Wow.
So it's like a catch-22, you know, like the fucking snake that's eating its own tail. It's a cycle that'll never end. It seems like.
for lack of a better
So for almost
word, it's a power move.
Ooh, that's my dude. You're taking my role. You're
I'm
feeling
learning.
better. Look
I'm-
at you.
I'm hanging out
That
with you
apple
more.
juice really fucking did you in. Feeling down? Drink some apple juice. Sponsored by
It's good.
apples.
Because Rob didn't bring any Dayquil.
Did he not?
No, he knows we're here in the studio, and he's not. I don't see. Is he? In the,
It's not here.
Has he? Come?
He's Postmates eating.
No, he hasn't said anything yet.
No? Okay.
No, nothing.
No ring doorbell notifications.
Jeez.
All right. Well, There's my Cali.
Right back to
Cali.
me.
I almost said Cali wildfire story. Wait a couple weeks and we'll have one of those for you guys.
Yeah, right.
God, I hope
okay.
not. I hope not.
Did you hear the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez?
AOC.
AOC.
Never heard of her.
Let's just say AOC because the name is woo. I just wanted to make sure I got that right and right off the
AOC.
bat.
Oh
get it
yeah,
out of the
yeah.
way.
He was fired by the Orlando City Soccer, right? Oh no, it's JOC.
No,
My
yeah,
bad.
yeah. So let's get that out of the way. So we're gonna say AOC, but somebody went to one of her like public speakings or whatever kind of speech she was doing.
Public speakings.
Yeah,
Public speakings.
as I clearly
with
can't
AOC.
do it.
That's what they call them.
Yeah, and somebody stood up and said that like, oh, the way to help climate control is we need to start eating babies, and they were being very serious, but it was for, I think, like a satire type of move.
It was,
like a,
yeah. I was trying to explain this when we were talking about it before. I saw it. It's fucking hilarious because it's AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is a hardcore, staunch
God bless you.
left-winger. Yeah, no problem. Whew, I got some
Sound-
phlegm on me.
just sound like you sneezed.
I got some phlegm from my Joaquin. So she was doing a speakings, and she's a hardcore left-winger who's like all, up on this climate change thing, which is obviously in the news. We talked about Gretchen last week.
Greta.
Greta, whatever. Gretchen. The girl with the
Gretchen.
fucking pigtails from the European.
Yeah, Greta.
And Greta Van Susteren.
Thunberg.
That's it. Yeah, her. Greta Thor? What? I don't know. Greta Thorne in my
Greta
head?
Thornberry.
So, yeah, I guess it was like a thing she was doing, and she was speaking out on climate change off of this Greta visit that we just had. And so a right-wing group sent in this person purporting to be a supporter of AOC, saying I'm a left winger too, and climate change is so out of control that it was satirical in that this right winger was mocking the left wing so hard as to say that what we need to do to stop climate change is not only like be as crazy, be as over the top and as crazy as we're being with no straws and all this shit that we're doing to try to turn
Let's go
this
the
clock
extra
back.
mile.
Is go the extra mile. What we need to do is eat babies. And I was like, and she like, I just straight face as fuck, man. And like, it was very awkward. It was cringe. It was very cringe.
Yeah, it was well, actually, and what rhymes with cringe, it was a fringe group
Ooh.
that, like a fringe
The cringe
political
fringe group.
Yeah, the
If
cringe.
you guys don't call yourselves that, you should. And we want royalties.
Fringy, cringy.
Fringe cringe.
Yeah, so it was like a
Facebook.com.
a fringe political group that just pulled this stunt off where they're taking responsibility
A
for
French
it.
political group?
Fringe political.
Oh, I thought they were eating baguettes and smoking cigarettes.
yeah. Oh,
My red barrette.
tell them to eat babies.
I don't know what you said.
I can't do accents.
It's because of all the cligum
I
from
went-
my Joaquin.
I told you I couldn't do accents. There's proof right there. Yeah, so I just thought that was kind of funny. It was a weird little move by a political group, but
So I feel like we should post that video too.
an odd point to make. Yeah,
We
yeah,
should
yeah.
post the Billie Eilish. I'm gonna make notes.
Ooh, write that down.
And
Write
the
that down.
and the eat babies. I'm gonna put
It's it's
post
almost
Billy/eat babies.
It's pretty much,
I'll get that later. Thank God I'm not drinking.
We were
Because I would
talking-
be drunk right now or tipsy, and then I'd get home and be like, "Why did I write Billy eat babies on my notepad,
We
John
did
Hannon?"
that the other day. We were going through our
Oh
notes.
yeah, I have so many drunken notes.
Yeah, we're going through our notes and we're like, what did we're trying to figure out like what we had saved, and I guess we both do it because we write just a few words and then try to like
Sometimes,
think
yeah,
that
sometimes.
we'll remember.
I try to do more complete thoughts, but sometimes I'll just be like, show notes. 7-Eleven sells beer. Like that's one of my notes. Show notes. 7-Eleven sells beer. Let's do a whole hour on that, John.
Yeah, I don't know what.
And go. Hour 2, 7-Eleven and beer.
Yeah, I'm looking through mine right now and I cannot figure out half of these notes and why I put them there. It doesn't make any sense. I have Vanderbilt belt buckles.
Vanderbilt belt buckles.
I said hit my head, backhanded a lady. What does that mean? Hit my head, backhanded a lady.
You backhanded a lady? Maybe
Vanderbilt.
you did that and forgot. Maybe you just take note of all your crimes. And Jen, I see your comment. I laughed and I laughed definitely at when I read it. I wore a raspberry beret because I said I'm wearing a beret, and we were doing
geez.
French accents, and I was going to make that joke, but you made it for me.
And I didn't mean to look over
Simpatico.
and see it, but
It's
I
fine.
saw the
we're
buzzword.
getting towards the end of the show. We can say it. The buzzword this week was interview.
Interview.
I knew we were going to kind of talk about our past interview with Sid and our upcoming interview with Larry Hankin and our interview. Fuck. We
Well,
have
now
so
we're
many
saying it a
interviews.
lot.
Well, we said it a lot,
Does it-
so now just start
does
drinking
it
heavily.
still
But
count?
this is our schedule, guys. These are all interviews we have scheduled.
Yeah,
For just
it's
October, we
full.
have shit going into November as well. We have a lot of shit planned and a lot of shows coming out. I have a final. Did you hear? If you got a second.
Real quick. Rob said.
Oh, what you got, Rob?
Rob said, "Damn it, I'm on my way now. Send me the address.
Cool. I
I'll bring
appreciate
some
that.
Benadryl as well."
That sounds
123
perfect.
Main Street. Dummy. My number's
Yeah.
555-5554.
Idiot.
Believable.
And okay, so and is that all from the comments?
Yeah, because you already talked about.
Awesome. Yeah.
Ben's comment.
Hey, the listeners were engaging. This is I
Oh,
like.
I said interview a lot, and Rob is getting fucked up. So
Yeah.
that's the point. Do it for me, brother. Drink them for me.
You're
You got a lot
hammered,
of
and we
compliments
love
about
you.
your socks, by the way.
My
boy.
hat and your socks.
Oh, boy.
They should start their own show.
What? Okay, you have one more. Did you?
Yeah. I
What do
did
you
have
got?
a final. Did you hear? And it actually harkens back to something we already talked about. I had a similar issue to John regarding the blonde moments, but it was back when I was still driving for Uber. I messed up and took the long way to the rider's destination. When they pointed it out to me, I played it off well. I said, "Sorry, must have had a blondie moment, but we'll get there one way or another." They gave me a 1-star rating, which, even though I understood why, still broke my heart of glass.
Oh my God! All right.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to kill myself.
I like Blondie.
I do too. That's why it was my immediate the story I immediately remembered from being true,
Not
at all made up for a
Not
joke.
bad. Okay. Yeah, we hope you guys enjoy listening as much as we enjoy chatting and shooting
Shooting the
shit.
shit. Jinx, you
we
owe
hope-
me a Starbucks.
Nah, I got apple
Jinx,
juice.
you owe me an apple juice.
Yeah, we hope
sponsored by apples.
You can laugh with us or at us; it doesn't matter. And Coleman,
Tip your pizza maker. Give us a review. Rate,
Yes.
review. And I got a pizza's picks. We're gonna get to you later
okay, yeah,
on the
yeah.
group. I'll share it in the group. I
All
got
right,
a really good
awesome.
one this week.
Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next Thursday. Start trying to stack it.
Welcome. We thank you for listening with us today. We ask that you please stow away and secure. Welcome. We thank you for listening with us today.
I go,
We
"Oh,
ask
shit,
that
I
you
wrote
please
them."
stow away and secure all important items. There are no
And then it
emergency
ends right
exits.
after I Dennis
So
Miller
just
fucking
sit back,
ruined this
relax, fasten your earbuds,
That was a
and
good one.
enjoy.
That was a good one. Just back to the roots.
Come